Okay, so there's another Jimmy's John's commercials, and they have like a proper YouTube channel. You already know I'm already subscribed, and I'm gonna put that notification bell on. You know what? Let's add a comment. Um, what should this be? This is my livelihood. I can't wait to see more. That seems good. Let me just correct some spelling on there. Alright. There we go. Now it's working. Like. Alright. Let's watch their new commercial. Let's meet the king.
Aloha, Tony Bolonovich here. People call me the king of cold cuts. As you can see, the sandwich business has been real good to me. Of course, it's not that tough. Just take some bargain bread, slap on a little not quite meat, get yourself a catchy jingle. I got ham,
Salami,
pepperoni.
capicola.
And what do you got? Boom! Sandwich pool. But now I got this Jimmy's John showing up on my turf, telling me that they got the sandwich of all sandwiches. I think not. These tryhards fresh bake their bread all day. What do you need fresh bread for, huh? You got the delicate taste palette of Her Royal Majesty the Queen? Big deal. You got all natural meat sliced by hand. I got turkey and ham made by science. I'm good. You want to come after me, Jimmy's Johns? My books are clean. But to come into my home, Gloria, and go after my family? Now it's personal. Oh, look, I'm Jimmy's Johns, and I have high-quality, reasonably priced sandwiches. They're all customizable and convenient for your busy modern life. I'm the king. You think I'm gonna let some two-first-name sandwich joint steal my throne? No way, Jose. You may got fresh tomatoes, Jimmy's Johns, but I got loyalty. Stevie, you're dead to me! I'm coming for you, Jimmy's Johns. This is war. Sandwich war.
Now, tell me that is not the second best commercial you've ever seen. Like, okay, like I'm not gonna become some theorist channel, but like the bits and pieces of Jimmy's John's invading into his home. Where's that? Like almost infecting her wife, like right here.
I go after my family. Now it's personal.
Like right there. That's his wife, and she goes and she changes as soon as she tastes a single bite of the new Jimmy John's summer wrap. There is some power in those sandwiches. The complete loyalty that these two had connected. Don't even know how long they were married for. They just shattered with one bite of their sandwich. I mean, like, just look at this. Look.
Oh, look,
I mean, it amazes me. You know, and that's just as soon as the sandwich goes in, we go and keep going, and we can see they try to burn their sign down. And what happens whenever they start their sign to get burnt down? Gosh, I can't speak. Their car gets completely crushed. You know,
no way.
Lights it on fire. And rather than falling any other direction, it falls directly onto their car. Now, it's not great planning between the two of them, but there's also there's some foreshadowing in this. It looks, you can see the man, the king, you know, like might as well as be the next Elvis Presley, you know. He sees there's horror in those eyes. The upset that he saw Jimmy's John's destroying his car. And then we go to the man next to him, the man he thought he could trust with his whole life. You see a smile of pure glee right there, the eyes of a man who set this all up. And he's even holding a Jimmy's John's sandwich, which by all accounts is some great foreshadowing on the part of the Jimmy's John commercial team. Because in a later part, you get to see how far Jimmy's John's had actually dug into the king's life.
You may got fresh tomatoes, Jimmy's Johns, but I got loyalty. Stevie, you're dead to me!
You see, they get Stevie, they get the king's wife. What's gonna happen next? Who else is he going to have by the end of his life? We've already seen that he's starting to lose bits and pieces of his house, all the money he's making. We can see he's being driven into insanity. He's literally
Coming for you, Jimmy's Johns.
he's throwing boxes into the river around like this part. Let me see. Let me try to find it. It's closer to the end, sorry. You see,
my books are clean.
They're throwing books into the water for whatever reason. And then, like, before all this, I'd also like to point out the Jimmy John's meat. Not Jimmy John's, but the King's meat. The cold cut.
Deal, you got all natural meat sliced by hand. I got turkey and ham made by science.
Okay, and I'm not a huge science guy. I like to think that I am sometimes. But you see, he goes and he pulls out this block of meat that looks a lot like Spam, but it came out of a giant cylinder, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's used to hold what's it called? Not hydrogen, but the stuff that's really cold and freezes stuff whenever you touch it. Liquid nitrogen. Yeah, that holds liquid nitrogen. And you can see by the clamps on it, either it's liquid nitrogen or it's holding in something more dangerous. So meet the king. The king right here, Elvis Presley maybe, has gone and created meat needing liquid nitrogen to keep it cold, which means there's got to be some kind of power in there. So there's got to be like a power struggle between the two of them, because we see that he's literally pulling meat out of a cylinder that's supposed to hold liquid nitrogen. And then if we look on the left a little, let me see if we get a better shot of it.
You want to?
Like right over here, you see the antenna sticking out of what would look like to be Spam as a prop. Those are usually used for electricity, you know, like bunny ears antennas. You could sometimes run a current through there and there'd be an arc between there. So that means there's also electric current flowing through this meat, which could, in the future, maybe the king is working on a way to save the city using his own meat, powering the city for as long as he lives. And seeing that the king's what used to be his best partner is in a hazmat suit donning, there's got to be something cooking in there, something dangerous to result in all of this protective covering being worn. Obviously, it's not gas because they're in there with their mask off and they haven't died yet. But maybe they're working on a cure to fix Jimmy John so it doesn't keep infecting the rest of the king's family, you know? It amazes me how far they dug into this one commercial, getting to meet the king, getting to see his business practices, you know?
Tough.
Like right
Just
here.
Take some bargain bread, slap on a little not quite meat, get yourself a catchy jingle. I got ham,
Salami,
pepperoni.
capicola.
And in this moment, right here, we get to see that he isn't just all business. He actually likes his company. He's there with his partner, making a song for his food. I mean, like, what company wouldn't want this man as their spokesperson, you know? We've already seen he's very successful. And then we get to see even this a little bit more. They go in there, they start to spy on Jimmy's Johns.
Get bread all
And right here, I really like this comment that they make about this.
day. What do you need fresh bread for, huh? You got the delicate taste palette of Her Royal Majesty the Queen? Big deal.
Okay, in that like 2-second quote, it could be taken as several things. The way that I took it as, you're gonna the Queen. I'm guessing it's gonna be Queen of Elizabeth, but there's always a chance that it could be Queen, like the artist, you know. But there's always a chance, you know. You never know. This might be some kind of power struggle between the two bands. You know, you got King Elvis Presley, you've got the taste power of the Queen, maybe the artist, maybe the Queen of England. Who knows? You know, maybe it's about to be a power vacuum where they try to go and gain all the power in the sandwich industry. You know, it's just it amazes me to see what kind of foreshadowing they're setting up in their next couple commercials with just this 1-minute 47-second ad, you know? Not even ad, it's like an experience.
Oh, you got all natural meat sliced by hand. I got turkey and ham made by science. I'm good. You want to come after me, Jimmy's Johns? My books are clean. But to come into my home, Gloria, and go after my family? Now it's personal. Oh, look, I'm Jimmy's Johns, and I have high-quality, reasonably priced sandwiches. They're all customizable and convenient for your busy modern life. I'm the king. You think I'm gonna...
And like also again, I know I'm just rambling, but like those 3 seconds of him walking through what looks like to be a parking garage, we can see all sorts of chemicals he has. Now I can't tell you exactly what is what, but a lot of it looks. This would probably hold H2O2, hydrogen peroxide maybe in this one, maybe bleach, some water. Again, I think that's more hydrogen in that silver cylinder, and then we can also see that the police are in on this. So obviously, the king, maybe Elvis Presley. I'm gonna call him Elvis Presley because he comes across as, Elvis Presley. He's the king. We get to see that there's actual law involved. The government is involved in these sandwiches, which makes me think the idea of the queen, maybe the Queen of Elizabeth, maybe Queen the band, the artist, the idea of the queen is part of this. Because you never know. You never know in a Jimmy's John's commercial. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. Until next time, Big A.